Hello, welcome to another musicmastery.net video. In this video, we're going to be talking about stage presence, how to build it, what it is, and how you can go away and actually learn it. So a few years ago when I was starting out, uh, there were just no resources. Like I was going on YouTube every day leading up to performances because I knew that that was what I needed to work on, but there was no good video anywhere telling me actually what it was or how I could improve it, how to fix it, all of that sort of thing. So this is the video that I wish that I had maybe 3, 4 years ago when I was getting started. And so what I did instead was I would just watch for hours on end videos of other people performing the songs that I was doing and see what they did. And unsurprisingly, most of them had pretty average stage presence as well. So this is the video that I think everyone needs, but no one's been asking for. So first of all, starting with the definition, what is stage presence? So I think that there's two parts to it. The first part is that you have to be present when you're on stage, and that is stage presence. So, it's just you not getting too much in your own head and actually like being present on stage, right? As I say often, there's nothing worse than watching a depressed musician, right? There's just nothing worse. So you need to be present when you're on stage and you need to be actually engaging with the performance. The second part is the whole, you need to be that charismatic character and you need to really draw people into your performance. And I think that's presence, as in like, spreading it around, letting it be known that you're on stage and like, here's my presence. Hi, hi. That's the second half. So part one is you need to be present. Part two is you need to, draw others in and give them your presence. So how do we start to work on this? Well, the first thing is you need to be present. And the easiest way that I've found that you can do that is you literally just practice the tune so much that it becomes boring. Because once you practice a song so much that it becomes boring, then that's when you actually give yourself like space to start getting creative with your execution of it. If you're still thinking about every note and every chord and every, you know, like articulation thing, you don't actually have the room to be able to think about the more important stagecraft principles, like, enjoying yourself and dynamics and, really making that connection with the audience. That's all secondary to you just knowing the stuff. So the most important thing is that you really need to know whatever song or songs that you are performing. You need to know them really, really well to the point where just playing the song becomes kind of boring. Now, obviously, you're not going to be just playing the song the whole time. You're going to want to, be doing other things in amongst that. But that's the start point that you get to. And then you don't just play the song, you actually perform the song and you give off that stage presence. So if you practice the song so much that it becomes boring, you then need to make it fun for yourself, right? Again, nothing worse than seeing a depressed musician play. So the question is, how do you make it fun for yourself? And I think the easiest answer to that is that you just add in things that you enjoy doing and that you think will be cool when you're on the stage. So, as an example, when I was really studying this stuff, one of the things that I did was I was playing this song, playing bass. If you can comment the name of that song, I will give you a thumbs up. But I was just playing the song, and it was kind of boring. I'd been practicing it for, at least 30 hours at that point. And so I was like, I wonder what would happen if I started dancing around and going like a lunatic. Because I thought that would be fun, and I just thought it'd be something challenging, something to expand me. And so I did. I just started dancing around and enjoying myself. And funny enough, everyone liked that. And so, one of the easiest things that you can do, you don't need to go into like full dance routine like I did, but if you just add in a little bit of movement, it'll actually make a huge difference. There's a reason that stand up comedians will walk from this side of the stage to that side of the stage and this side of the stage to that side of the stage. The reason is because the movement actually draws other people in. And that's part of the presence, right? If you stay in one spot the whole time, and you can even see me doing this now, if you don't move your hands, if you're just standing in the one spot, you're doing just these ones, you could be the most technically proficient player on Earth, but it's going to be kind of boring to watch. But if you're like really, really getting into it, then it gives people something to latch onto visually as well as auditorily, right? So they can listen to you, go, wow, this guy's great. And they can look at you and go, wow, this guy's really getting into it. That's so cool. And so that's kind of what we want to aim for, is just, you need to add in a bit of movement. So one of the exercises that I've done with people that I've worked with is I just get them, they're going to play their song, right? Whatever their song is. And then literally, I just force them to walk in a circle around the room. So they'll just be playing their song, walk, 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 walk. Then I'll say, now march. And then they'll march, march, march. And it's not because that's some particularly musical thing to do. It's just because it forces them to start moving, right? Like there's a huge difference between, say, a guitar player who's sitting down on a normal chair versus a guitar player who's up high on a stool versus a guitar player that's got a wireless system and is, walking around the stage and has got a headset so he can just walk and sing and all that. It's a radical difference between those different situations. And so, doing the little marches, practicing, doing the head nods, right? Doesn't matter what instrument that you do, those head nods, they are totally a thing and you totally need to practice them because, especially if you're playing drums or something, you're already moving four limbs and now you add in a fifth limb. Right? So there's just so many things, so many things that could be going on at any one point in time. And, you need to practice these things, right? Head movement in between songs. You don't want all that dead space because that's when you feel awkward. So to avoid you feeling awkward, you're either going to play more music or you're going to talk to people. Whoa. One of the easiest things is, how's everyone doing tonight? I love this spa, city, country, whatever. And then everyone goes nuts and it's awesome. And then you don't feel awkward because there's that interaction going on. And so I thoroughly enjoy that. The other one is just, tell jokes. Don't be afraid to, try to make light of whatever situation you're in. So, if one of your guitar string breaks, oh, man, my guitar string broke. One way that you could react to that is you could just start, crying, sobbing, oh my goodness, I broke one of my guitar strings, how will I survive? The other way that you can react to that is you can go, oh, one of my guitar string breaks. Darn it. Oh well, I'm going to make a joke out of this to the audience so that they can actually know what's going on and, they can get some value out of this. So, just to recap, what is stage presence? Number one, it is being present on the stage. All right. So, take a deep breath, practice the song heaps. Number two, it is drawing other people in and having a presence. How do we do that? Mainly just practice the daylights out of the songs. Enjoy yourself. Do things that you want to do on stage. Whoever you look up to, whatever rock stars, do what they do. Maybe not break the guitar if you can't afford it. But just enjoy yourself. Move. All right. You need to practice movement. You need to practice, walking around, marching around, bobbing the head. And then in between songs, that's the time that you're most likely to get in your head and get all awkward and stuff. So what you want to do is you want to minimize the amount of time that is dead. First way that you're going to do that is you're just going to start playing the next song, like straight away. There's a reason that DJs don't ever have gaps between their songs, right? It's because if they do, then people might look at them and go, hang on a minute, he's just playing a Spotify playlist. DJs don't have any gaps. Musicians do, because musicians usually have a microphone because they're singing, and so they can just talk to the audience. And then the easiest thing to do there is, number one, tell a joke, or number two, how are you? Woo! I love this country, city, bar, town, place, festival, whatever, right? So that's pretty much all that you need to know about stage presence. If you enjoyed this video and you want more free stuff, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, comment the name of that song that I scattered earlier. And if you want some like in-depth, super duper in-depth training, more than I can do in a 10-minute video like this, then head to the link in the description, musicmastery.net, and you can have a look at the Musician Success Academy. Peace out.